Hello dude and dudettes, and how are you? How's this floor clearing event? I know this is incredibly late, but I've been lazy. So here is my guides on how to actually fight the doll boss, Nemesis, and how you can actually beat it. Forewarning, my guide here is not for you to get an S rank or no deaths or anything like that. It is just to beat the boss. Unless you have the proper characters, don't even bother. So let's start off from the beginning. What you should do to help you beat this stupid boss. My first piece of advice is do not play aggressive. There are a few things why you shouldn't play aggressive. So let's start about the doll boss. What kind of attack patterns she has? Well, to start off, she will always do an opening attack, and after that, what you want to do is to start blocking. So you can do either one of the three things. Either one, you run out of the lasers, or two, dodge the sweeps, or three, get ready to parry an attack. These are the only three things the boss will ever do above 50% HP. Now the second thing you want to pay attention to is how much space you have, because when you want to dodge lasers, you don't want to be backed off into the corner and get fucked. It is incredibly important if you do not have the proper characters to not play aggressive, especially if you do not have any heals at all. You want to play that extremely safe game. So after each time the boss does anything, you only land 1 or 2 auto attacks and parry and use your SS3 or whatever you deem to be the best possible choice. If you follow my non-passive method, the only reason you should ever die from this boss is if you fail to time your jumps and get hit by its combo attacks. You should be in no position to be dying from lasers because of what I'm telling you. So to properly dodge the boss and not be like a moron is whenever it teleports and reappears when you see it coming out of its teleport, that's when you jump. Any earlier or later, you will get your ass screwed. And try not to jump over the boss, because when you do, the boss has to realign itself and it pauses for half a second, which allows her to target you. To show my point, the only reason why you die is if you fail that dodge and just get hit. There are two ways to go about dodging the boss's sweep. The first way is by jumping like me. The second way is just sliding down and sidestep it. Two things happen when the boss goes below 50% HP. The first thing that you immediately notice is its whirling parryable attack. Instead of it being almost instantaneous, at this point it actually will gain a whole second delay. You will have more time to actually parry, so be careful and not get hit. The second thing that changes is that it will start using a bubble beam attack. For it to use this attack, it will teleport to the far end of the other side of the map. And to dodge this, you gotta run up first and then run down, and then you can easily dodge it. It has pretty bad tracking, honestly. And the other thing to note is that it will also sometimes use bubble beam attacks randomly. Well, not exactly randomly, when it's too far away, as opposed to it just teleporting to you and using a sweep, it will instead sometimes opt to use a bubble beam attack. Now, one other thing you have to pay attention to as well is after its lasers. Above 50% HP, after its lasers, it will usually do a sweep attack, but now it's going to do a bubble beam attack as well, so do make sure you give yourself a way to dodge the sweeps or the bubble beam. I hope this guide actually does help someone out there. I know this is incredibly late. There's only like a few more days before. Actually, at the time of me recording, there's only 3 more days. And who knows when I'll actually release this video, so it might even be less. So I apologize, but hopefully this gets out to somebody and it actually does help them defeat this boss. Remember, don't be aggressive, block, and just pray you don't get fucked by doing bad dodges and all that kind of shit. The boss itself, after doing this non-aggressive way that I found, surprisingly is a lot easier than one may expect. Like, the only reason why you ever die is if you fuck up dodging its sweep now. One other method you could try if you truly fail at dodging lasers for some reason is to use this method, and that is getting a dummy. But what I mean is dummy is, say you fail to dodge, so then you switch into dummy, so you just fodder actually, whatever, and just sacrifice him. Yeah, why not? I mean, you're not gonna have any use for these low-level characters, so you might as well use it to save your DPS, right? Apparently, there are little gaps in the lasers where you can actually stand to be safe and fine, but those gaps are so small. I do not recommend you sacrificing yourself to try and find them. Like just now, how did she live? How? How did she live? Maintaining discipline is the one way to beat this boss. Do not panic too much if your health goes to hell like me, like this. Just metaphorically, you know you can beat this boss. You know what its attacks are. You know what to do, especially below 50% HP. You should never get hit by anything. You should not be losing HP when it goes to below 50% HP. It is easy to dodge all its attacks. Just jump when you see it finish teleporting. Be ready to block, parry, everything. Just practice. You only got a few more days. You can do it. You guys can do it. I believe. Get that floor 60, 70, 90, 100, whatever. Just good luck, man.